Hey everybody, Dave Kincaid here. Hope you're doing great. I want to shoot a good video for you here, pretty quick, and it comes from the newsletter this week. And as you can see, we're in my Monday newsletter. We shoot outwards, right? So you can see January, February, and March. If you're looking to get a copy of that newsletter, there's federal and provincial in there. So if you're anywhere in Canada, just go to albertabusinessgrants.ca. I'll just show you real quick here, and just enter your email address and you can start getting this newsletter. I want to show you this this grant is coming out here, and it's expression of interest. And I just want to go and give you a few tips how I go about this, so that hopefully it can save you a little bit of time and headache. Okay, so the first tip I've got for you, there's 7 tips. Start early, right? You're going to get this on January 10th, 2022. This is on the 2nd, so that's only 3 weeks away, and that time goes fast. Now, it's just an expression of interest, but don't be fooled. The second thing I wanted to tell you about this opening page is you'll notice here you're invited to submit a full proposal in the spring. A lot of organizations aren't resourced up appropriately, like everyone's already busy, and then all of a sudden you're in this innovative space, there's all this money, and now there's this new project that, for some of you, if you get my newsletter, you're like, oh crap, this is brand new news. Now there's a new project that you have to manage. So make sure you're resourced up properly, okay? And you can do that through having someone in-house, having your business plan, for financials all done. A lot of that, what I teach in my advanced grant master class, is having that master grant application ready, so this doesn't create an urgency for you. Then the next thing I want you to do, just early on, register for this if you haven't, because sometimes these can be, you do not want to be doing this the day before. Like, you just want to open it, crack it up, and crack it open and have a look. So those are the first 3 tips. The next thing I want to show you is in this video here, Net Zero. Click this, and this opens up. And just a great tip. I mean, obviously it's one they take super serious. If you come down here to the agenda, the table of contents, it's kind of got some really great content. So let's say, I don't know, you're in the transport sector. It gives you a really trusted source that the grant agency likes, and it just gives you all this awesome copy that you can use not only in your your grant applications or making your assumptions, but in your business plan, on your website, in your marketing, other grant applications. It's a really trusted source. So I would just search that. If you click this one opens up, and it's pretty cool. It also gives you a ton of copy. So if you pick a sector, like this stuff's just gold, right? If you're looking for the most relevant stuff, copy, background stuff for grant applications. Now the next thing I want to show you, this application guide, and you open that up, it comes here, and you go to eligible projects, right here, focus areas. Now if you're new to grants, probably if you're in this space, you may be new, but you probably have some experience. Make sure you fit this TRL, and if you don't know what that is, just Google federal government TRL. This shows up and it explains. I strongly recommend you don't, if you don't fit that criteria, you're pre-4, which is basically an idea, or you're commercial already, they're not interested. So it's really, really important that you figure that out, because it's just an easy way for them to eliminate you if you're not in the criteria, right? So you put all this work into everything, and then they're like, no, you're 9, you're already commercial, you're out. Oh, great, thanks. You want to look at this one if you're 9 and beyond. Now let's go down here, funding and support. I thought this was interesting. It says preference, which is important, will be given to projects that leverage funding from non-government sources. You want to know, when you're dealing with that, they're looking for something with a decent balance sheet. It's really tough on startups, eh? Like if you just have a startup, that's like a killer. Now there's one last piece I'm going to give you here. Now in this video, I did a minister mandate video. This is not a partisan thing. I'm just explaining where newsletters come from and stuff like that. So you come over here, check this out, this guide. Come down here. As I mentioned in that mandate, a minister mandate letter, that if you come down here, eligible app, the mandate letter talks about the importance of like equity and diversity and inclusion and all that stuff. And it comes out in election platforms, and then it turns into government policy. And I've just seen this evolve. It's really interesting. So now they're saying applicants to this call under the program will be required to indicate whether their organization has an equity, diversity, and inclusion plan, and if so, what are its details? So this was always kind of like a checkbox, like, oh yeah, do you have it? And, you know, people could check it if for really without details of a plan. And now they're taking it very serious. And also, applicants will also be asked if their organization has made a public commitment. So really interesting. As you know, you're new to grants, you're coming into grants, you're creating this new technology. You may not be thinking about this right off the top, but as I show in this video about where grants come from and why they work, and if you're in one of these sectors, it's a bit long, it's 17 minutes, but I dig into that detail and explain where this comes from and why it is. So yeah, you've got more than just creating a technology here. You have to, you know, help the government reach its objectives in other sectors as well. Anyway, that's just a quick helpful video for you. I mean, there's way more to it, but just some of the things I do that will, you know, help you be successful. So make sure you get started early. Good luck.